Now, you killed 50 Cent in the first one.
I didn't kill
You killed 50 Cent in the first one.
They did.
Yeah.
Right.
They killed 50 Cent in the first one, but he's back on this as an EP. Why was it important?
No killing 50 Cent, really. One thing we learned.
Why was it important to bring him back as an EP? And how was he working as an EP?
I mean, 50 wants his hand in something. It's really no denying. You know, that dude, he's been very instrumental in, you know, my thought process on a lot of things, especially moving forward. Super excited about this. He's been giving me some great words of praise, but, you know, he's the man. And whatever he touches really turns into gold. So he knew he couldn't let go of the Dinner Thieves. Stop it.
How did that happen? Why aren't all of y'all producers on the film? How does he die in the first movie? They come back and be a producer in the second one.
You gotta check the credits. I'm an EP.
Okay.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in, and when I heard this, I was like, wait a second. I misunderstood. I was thinking more along the lines of like State Property 2, right? As they're talking about Den of Thieves 2 tap in, and let me know if you thought it was a dope movie. I enjoyed part 1. I'm definitely gonna check out part 2, man. It was like one of those, you know, films where you're truly sitting on the edge of your seat. You know, everyone's got a plan and got one over on someone else. You know, like they think that they are swerving someone when they're getting swerved on a whole nother level. It was crazy, man. But back to what I was saying about the whole State Property 2 thing. I heard them saying, yo, Fifth, you killed him in the first one, but he's back, and it's like EP, obviously executive producer. But at first I was like, wait, what? He's back? I was just trying to wrap my mind around that, but he has executive producer credits, you know what I'm saying? I guess he gets points on the package. Fifth always seems to be lining himself up business-wise, just way better than anyone else, rap game-wise, right? Like a lot of these rappers should have took notes from 50 Cent and followed his blueprint, but he's not appearing back as a character. It's just executive producer credits, which is common if anyone else it felt like that as well when you first heard it. Like, wait, what? He's back? Because what I was talking about was State Property 2. Do y'all remember that when we started seeing the commercials and trailers for part 2 and Beans is in it? And I'm like, wait, Beanie Siegel died in the courtroom. How can this be? How can he be alive or whatever? And the film had a good storyline. You know what I mean? It was pretty good stuff, you know? But that was the only part that was lacking severely storyline-wise, I thought, was that the whole Beans thing. You know what I mean? They're just like literally, comment y'all, for those that remember the film, they literally were like, yo, remember it ended like this? The whole courtroom shootout where Beanie Siegel lost his life, where it was just like, oh, this is what really happened. I went to jail or something. It was like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? It was like for a film that definitely was storyline wise way better than the first film, but then at the same time, I guess not really, because it had that just huge plot gap that the main character, like, we just lied in the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like the plot of the film was just so lit with the like I was talking about with Den of Thieves, not the same thing, but I'm just saying in Den of Thieves, that whole aspect to the storyline where you're like, who's really the one pulling all the strings, and, you know, is swerving the other person. Everyone's double crossing everyone in a way. With State Property 2, you were like, yo, who's the one doing all this? Where they let Beans out, and, you know, there's all these different plays going down and all that. It was good stuff, but, you know, the whole, hey, Beans didn't really die thing just was like, come on, B. Like, that's just what we're doing. That's what it is. And when I heard this, just immediately, the EP thing, I was like, it didn't click. So in my head, I guess I'm stupid. Nah, I'm just, but you know what I'm saying? I just heard that and jumped the gun a little bit. Like, wait a second, they brought Fifth's character back? Nah, man, he's just an executive producer on the film. So hit the comments, everyone. Let me know what you thought about both those movies, Den of Thieves, State Property 2. You know, that whole aspect of like, hey, we told you this happened, but this really happened. Have you ever seen anything like that in another movie or whatever? And was there anyone else that was like me when you heard them say that about, yeah, so Fifth got killed in the first one, but he's back? Like your mind, the whole EP thing didn't click right away, like executive producer, and you were thinking something else. It's happening. Let me know. Let's talk about it all, man. As always, just dropped today, January 10th. I had to double check. So, out now. Newly released, Den of Thieves 2. Are you gonna just wait for it on streaming like some people are talking about? Or will you go out and see it? Do you still go see movies as well? Or do a lot of people just stream it at home? Or is it gotta really be something that you're gonna like, yo, I gotta get out there and go see that? Like I'll tell y'all a film. I still love going to the movies, the whole atmosphere, just everything. Prices is outrageous, but it's still a good time, you know? But with streaming taking over in the way in which it has, and things hitting streaming faster, like having a lesser theater run, it's kind of just changed it up that way. To be honest, I'm kind of shocked theaters are still open. You know, what about you? And also now on a lot of streaming, you can buy it kind of like while the film is in the theaters. I don't know about right off the jump, like Den of Thieves will be like that right now. I think it goes, you know, film by film basis, whatever kind of deal they work out, you know, who's going to have the rights or whatever. But my point is like, there's a lot of movies that, you know, whatever you use, Fire Stick, I don't know what y'all use, you know what I'm saying? But you'll see, okay, a movie that you know just dropped into the theaters, that's a pretty big motion picture budget-wise, and who's involved in it, and you know what I mean? Like, and it'll be available to buy at the crib. I've been seeing that too. I think that's kind of somewhat of a newer thing, you know? But there's another interesting aspect to talk about with all this, you know what I'm saying? Movie theaters, will they continue to stay open? Is it gonna be a wrap someday or what, man? I love the movies, but Long Legs is a movie that I went out and seen, you know? When I was asking y'all, are there films that you guys will see? Even if you really don't go to the movies like that anymore, is there still something that, like, yo, I gotta go see that thing, man? I miss drive-ins too. My hometown, we had the dopest drive-in, man. The 3-for-1 with new movies out. Or they would do the retro nights with the throwbacks. You get like 3 of them, you know what I'm saying? It was lit. And then where I moved, no drive-ins. And then now, I heard the joint back home closed, man. So drive-ins, let's talk about it all. Movies, Den of Thieves 2 and Part 1. State Property 1 and 2. Let's talk about it all. I'm about here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, y'all. Peace.